My soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree. My friends say I'm acting wild as a bug. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, please don't ask me what's on my mind. I'm a little mixed up, but I feel fine. When I meet a girl that I love best, my heart beats so it scares me to death as she touches my hand. What a chill I got. Her lips are like a volcano that's hot. I'm proud to say that she's my buttercup. I'm in love. I'm all shook up. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I'm all shook up.
Oh, we're back here. Rocky Raymond, we got a great round of applause. We got people coming through the doors. We got people coming through the rafters. We're here with a very special guest. I want you to know she's the toast of the coast. She's got it all, often imitated, never duplicated. Antonella from Antonella's Restaurant on Broadway Revere. If you miss it, don't go buy it again, friend. And let's have another great round of applause from our great crowd, our audience crowd that's here. And we want to thank you, Antonella, for coming down to this great studio with your great restaurant that you're going to be opening up soon. We're changing from subs to rubs. We're going right to the big meals. We got all these beautiful meals right here. Look at these meals. They're unbelievable. Antonella, just tell us what you brought here to Revere TV. It smells so good. The people are coming up from the bank. They want to know what's cooking up here on the second floor. Can you believe it? They can smell it all the way downstairs in the bank, Antonella. Tell us what we got here.
Well, Rocky, first I want to say thank you for having me.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
And I also want to apologize for my voice.
Oh, don't worry about it.
But I'll do the best I can.
We won't tell no one you got whiskey in there, all right?
Okay. Well, the first dish is haddock over fusilli with a special red sauce. And it's absolutely delicious. That's actually one of my favorite dishes. So the second dish is the highway. Again, highway, and it's made with broccoli, shrimp, scallops, and little necks in a white sauce. And that is to die for. It really is very, very good. And the third one is fusilli castello, and that's made with the shrimp sauce, and it has shrimp, lobster meat, real crab meat, and scallops. And that is one of the most popular dishes out of the fish dishes. And the fourth one is chicken a la mode with capers. You could have it without and with pasta. And that is awesome. People just love that. And that's going to be on the new menu.
And we want to tell the people in Revere to get your grandmother out of the kitchen, get your sister off the phone, and get your brother off those dirty chat lines. I want you to tune in each and every week. We're going to be on YouTube. I want you to flash up our YouTube situation. We're going to see all the great things. We're going to have Antonella's Restaurant on there. We're going to videotape down there. We might even bring in some great names down there for that grand opening. You can watch the papers. It's coming soon. So you just keep watching the papers. It's going to be the best restaurant, as I can tell you, on Revere Broadway, because we know that everybody knows that was at the wrestling show. All our people, who serves chicken parm at a wrestling show? Come on, we had sausage, pepper, and onions with everything. We had all the great things. We had it all. We could shoot up one of those pictures of some of the other pictures that we just put up from her flyer, and we can put one up there on the back of us. You can see that we have the menu with all the names on it. There it is right there. You can see it right there. You can see all the great names. The number is 781, and it's 629-3320. So call it up anytime. It'll be fine. We got all these great other dishes that we have here. as you can see. I want you to call up, call now, call every day for lunch. If you come from Chelsea, call. Come from Somerville, you call. I live in Saugus with my aunt right now. I call, I come by, I spend money there every week. It's complete. If you want the best for your buck, come on down to Antonella's, and I tell you, this food is incredible. I can't wait to start digging into some of this food. She has subs, steak and cheese. She's got a caprese roll-up, a wrap-up, a sub-up, whatever you want to put up. She'll take it and she'll give it to you the way you like it. She's got the best pizza. I got an 18-inch pizza last night. I got half of it in my refrigerator. It was so big I couldn't finish it. Usually I can eat a whole Bertucci's pizza, no problem. I couldn't finish this pizza. It was 18 inches wide. Can you believe it? Calzones, unbelievable. Everything that you'd want in Italian food, we got it. We got it at Antonella's, and I'm telling you, if I gotta come knocking on your doors, I swear to God, I'm telling you, I'm going to surgery. I'll have to use my right hand, but let me tell you, if I have to, oh, listen, keep it down back there. I don't want no noise while Antonella's here. I understand you can smell the food down in the bank. They're knocking on our studio doors right now. No. The light's on. You see that red light? That means we're recording. Now, Antonella, I got a couple of quick questions for you, honey.
Sure.
I got to ask you these questions because I got to know when you got started in this field of cooking and all these things that you do, because I'm there. I'm there twice a week, 3 times a week anyways. And that
Right.
escarole soup, let me tell you, those meatballs were melted in my mouth like Reese's peanut butter cups. I swear to God. And then I come back the next day to get more soup, and where did it go? It was gone.
It was gone.
All right, tell us when you got started, what year, what it was, why it was, and who it was.
Well, this is how I got started. I am one out of 7. My mother has 7 children, and I'm the youngest. So all my life I watched my mother, all my sisters. We're 6 girls and a boy, and my brother is an amazing cook. And so I just picked it up, and I've been cooking since I was in my early teens, cooking and baking. And it's just a passion that we all have. And a lot of my family members are into the food business. So this is how I got started. And I've been cooking for a lot of times for the schools, and all my friends know that I cook.
I just, not to interrupt you, but I know you just did a catering before you came onto the show for one of the people in this building.
Yeah, the Mass General.
The Mass General, correct. We just did she was here earlier, and she came back to come on the show, which we greatly appreciate. And let me ask you, what did you cook for them exactly? What did they order? Just, not to be, I want to know.
They ordered the chicken ziti and broccoli, garlic and oil, and that is a big hit, even with the Alfredo. And they ordered a large sausage, peppers, onions with potatoes.
Oh, that's my favorite.
That is very, very tasty.
Yes, sir.
And, well, a salad. And then they ordered 20 rice balls.
Oh, manager Judge Crista. 20.
But they weren't round. The authentic rice ball is the shape of a cone. And that's how we did it for them. And they look amazing.
Well, I know that a lot of people around here are going to be knocking on, coming by, and I know the grand opening's not too far. And of course, we can't forget to mention that you do have your beer and wine license for all you guys that like to bring a girl out for a little glass of wine. It's kind of fine. Come on down. We're going to have candlelight dinner. We're going to have it all. And you never know, you might have some celebrities dropping in from time to time because, Antonella is now an international star. Now she's on Revere TV with your Toast to the Coast, Rocky Raymond, and the #1 show here in Revere, of course, and all these other dishes that you have. I can go on and on. You got calzone. You got chicken, broccoli, and ziti. You got chicken parm, which is out of this world. You got all the great things. You got that Antonella antipasto, and it's, oh, the people are going to be running through the doors to get that. It's piled high. And tell us the little specialty. And cameraman, I want you to zoom in. I want you to keep her mic up loud because she's having a little voice problem today, but we're going to bear with it. Just tell us a little bit how you do the antipasto and what you put into it, okay? Go right ahead.
Okay.
Zoom in on her, cameraman, that's it.
Well, it starts off with romaine lettuce, and that's all we use when we make salads, romaine lettuce. And then we put 5 slices of fresh mozzarella, 5 slices of sliced tomatoes, and in the middle we put our Sicilian eggplant, which is, I personally like it better than the regular one with the mozzarella. And this has no carbs, no breadcrumbs, no flour. It's just made with eggplant, and it has layers of fresh basil with tomato sauce. And on top of that, we put our own roasted peppers and fresh basil all around. And it's out of this world. It really is. And that is our #1 salad that people like to order.
And well, let me ask you one question. Why did you pick like Revere? I mean, Revere is, I know it's coming up. We got some great things. We have some other locations with some other, food establishments. But I can tell you right now, I have eaten all around the world. Venezuela, Caracas, Canada, Puerto Rico, Florida, North Carolina, South Carolina. I've eaten everywhere. I've eaten in Japan, but I'm not going to tell you all the things that went on in Japan as far as food goes, because of some of the stuff, I was scared. I was scared. It was moving. It was grooving. But I've eaten in a lot of places, and often imitated, but never duplicated, not in this lifetime. Not one place on Shirley Ave from... we used to have the old August Moon. They had good Chinese food, but we got things that are going on in Revere. We're moving up the line here as we get closer to it. You go right across the street from the check cashing place. You go across, you'll get the rice balls that are out of this world. Better than the North End. I know the North End. Skip right by that New Deal. Forget about it. If you went in their kitchen, you'd gaff. I lived on Gage Ave. I used to, I'll tell you, if you want the best, forget the rest. These restaurants that are on Broadway, they don't put their heart and soul into the food. Their heart, their time. Gino, the man, her husband, Gino Rubino, he's a great man. He's got hands. You got to see this guy roast the peppers, and no, I'm not telling you how he does it, because then you'll start doing it at your house. I'm not telling you any secrets, and I'm not telling you why, because I don't want to get a backhander from him, because he's got some big, strong hands, and I tell you right now, he's a great, great chef, and he's one of the greatest that I've seen, and I've gone in the back, around the back, watched him cook, try to get a couple of things going on, but he makes the best roasted peppers, and you got to try that caprese wrap. That wrap, if you want it on a sub, we'll put it on a sub. You want it in a dish, we'll give it a dish. You make it a wish, and let me tell you, if you want the best, forget the rest. Walk right by. Don't even, we was in there yesterday, and I was getting my stuff to come home with, and a lady from Chelsea came all the way down, and she she couldn't believe the smell in the restaurant. Like right now, I told you guys, they're banging on the door. They want to get in. They're not going to get it. No, they're not going to get this food. So, but let's get some security up here. But anyways, you're not going to get the kind of food. You're not going to get the kind of respect and the feelings. When you meet Antonella, you're going to know from the first sentence out of her mouth, the way she talks to you, the way she tells you the ingredients. She's not going to tell you the ingredients, because there's special recipes that go way back, way, way, way back to the many, many, many moons ago when she started learning how to cook with her family, with her mother that used to cook for 9 kids. And I tell you, I wish I was the 10th one. correct?
7 kids and my father.
And your father,
And
and
my
then
mo-
her. She had to eat too, right? After that's 9.
8 people
And well, that's it. Close enough.
continuously. Yep.
Well, I mean, the situation being is that some of your recipes you're not going to give out. No,
No.
no. It's just like
But-
Newbridge. They're not going to tell you how they
Well,
make the steak.
some I have no problem.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna have to be there.
But
No,
when-
no secrets given out. No, no. It's like a magician. You never give any of your secrets, because then they'll make it on their own. Now, let me ask you one other question. Why did you pick Revere? I mean, I know you're from you're from Revere. I understand that, but you didn't live in Revere all your life.
No, we lived in the North End for till 1997, and then we moved to Revere, and I've been in Revere for 46 years.
Yeah, yeah. Well,
And so, I picked Revere because I grew up here, and I have a lot of friends here, and basically most of my family is here. So that's why I picked Revere.
sure.
And it was very convenient also because I can just walk there and be there
Sure.
in 2 minutes.
Right.
So, I love Revere and I like what it's becoming, and it's going to get even better.
Well, we're gonna hope it's gonna get better because we got a new mayor, Mr. Arrigo, and we're gonna hope for the best and go to the future. And he's got some good plans, and he's got a good staff. I hope he cleans out the city hall and gets rid of all the mold, and literally all the mold in the walls. But I mean, you don't need 3 secretaries, Arrigo. You don't need 5 people walking around representing you to get to you. You do have an open door thing. I read it in the paper. I'm hoping the best. You were on my show here. Legends of Revere, where I interviewed all the councils. I don't know if you caught any of our shows, but some of them were hilarious. Some of them were a little good. We had a lot of great people on. We had Hass on. We had all the great people he was a former mayor. He was a great mayor. We had them all on here. All the councils. We had a couple that said they were gonna come on that didn't come on. Some that came on that did a great show. Some that came on and was a farce, which is like Mr. O'Hara. He was a farce. And a lot of those other guys that did come on and help out, Fred Sanella, he's a great guy. We had all the great guys on there. Michael Ferranti, he's a great guy. These are the great people in Revere. I mean, we do have our nicks on the knife like everybody other town, but Arrigo is going to bring it up to the standards, and I hope he's going to come down to your grand opening. We're going to invite him, of course. And
Yes.
we're going to cut the ribbon, I hope, like they've done for all the other businesses here in Revere. So there's no way, and we're going to get on that stuff because they got to plan it. They got to put it in their book. They got to have it in their book, and we got to, in the future, we're going to have beer and wine there. We're going to have Zinfandel. We're going to have all the great wines. We're going to have all the great beers, cordial, everything you want. Anything you want to have a little wine with your date for the night, and I suggest that if you want to take your girl out on a nice date and you want to impress her with some good food, come to Antonella's right on Broadway, Revere. You can't miss it. It's got the lights on there. It's formerly aluminum, Revere aluminum, right? It was formerly
Yes.
Revere aluminum. Across the street from the gas station, right parallel to the check cashing place. You can't miss it. It's at the lights. And all these other restaurants in Revere, beware, because you can't keep up with her gravy. You can't keep up with her chicken parm. Forget about trying to keep up with her pizza or calzone, steak and cheese, any way you want it, all these great things. They got chefs there. Now, I know you're the head recipe lady. You're the girl that got it in the book. You're the girl that tells them how to cook it. You're the boss. You tell them what to do. I understand. Don't be shy. I know you got the whip back there. They do something wrong, you crack them, right? You crack them in the back of the head, and you say, "Listen, you added this or you added that." I'm only joking. I gotta.
No, that is the truth.
You gotta keep them. You don't want them making something wrong.
I'm very particular. I really am. And if I see something that, and I taste it, and I don't think it's the way it should be, I honestly make them do it all over again. I really do. Whether it's meatballs or whether it's the chicken, whatever it is. So before we opened, I trained everybody. Lucia, she cooks, she's one of the cooks also. And I trained her how to do everything. and she's an amazing cook, and she does everything exactly the way I do it. And sometimes, most of the times, it's really hard to, like, to do the same recipe, cook the same stuff as like someone else does, but she does.
Well, she's a great. I see her running around. I see her
Yes.
talking in Italian, tutti italiani, malamalaici.
Yes, and I
If you
like
go-
to hear
If you
that.
go in that kitchen, it sounds like a parade. I mean, they're talking to each other, they're translating things, they're doing all sorts of things. But we want to take a little break right now and go to the part of the program that we call the Mac Classics. And let's have a great hand for Antonella.
Thank you.
And there's the bell for our wrestling action as they tie up for the very first time Rocky Raymond, Joe Marciano, collar and elbow now, and they're back to the ropes now as Joe Marciano pushes back Rocky Raymond. This is the early days of Rocky Raymond, before the AWA, before the NWA in Florida, before New England Sports Promotions, and way before WrestleMania. There was no WrestleManias. There was no SummerSlams. Big arm drag now by Rocky Raymond on Joe Marciano. The Beverly Ice Arena in good old Beverly, Massachusetts, as they tie up again these two wrestlers, their very first professional match, as Joe Marciano sends Rocky Raymond railing with a arm drag of his own. Oh yes, some of the greatest matches you'll ever see right here on the Great 8. The early days of professional wrestling. And Rocky backs up the ropes now, big knee limit section, followed up by a big left hand to the side of the jaw. And Joe Marciano finds himself on the receiving end of the really, really, really young Rocky Raymond. Full head of hair right here. And Marciano backs him up, but the referee breaking it up in the corner now. And we got a fan now at ringside. And it's young Rocky Raymond, collar and elbow now on Joe Marciano. Backing him into that corner buckle now. Threatening to throw that left hand now, and the referee breaking it up. And it's Rocky Raymond with the reverse headlock now on Joe Marciano with a lateral press now. Just the 2 count now. Look at the agility and ability of the young Rocky Raymond. Back on his feet in seconds. Snap man now, Joe Marciano. Followed by a big knee drop on the side of the head now, Joe Marciano. Lateral press now. Just the 2 count. And these two wrestlers, very first match for both these wrestlers. Side headlock now. And Rocky Raymond controlling the match now as he's wrenching down on the head of Joe Marciano. Very first match for both these wrestlers, 1977. And it's Joe Marciano shoots Rocky off the ropes, 1 shoulder tackle. And he hits the ropes again, 2nd shoulder tackle now, Marciano down. A little slow getting up, big hip toss now on Raymond. Rocky Raymond sent railing with that flying hip toss, comes back with the right hand. Right across the kiss of Joe Marciano. And another one now. Flooring Joe Marciano. The very first match of Rocky Raymond, can you believe it? You better believe it. Big right hand in the midsection now, sending Rocky Raymond reeling. Joe Marciano with a little comeback of his own now. Followed up by the knee. Oh, the great crowd we got here this week at the Beverly Ice Arena. Oh, yeah. Big Bill out of the corner. All the friends of Rocky here today. Filthy Phil Senior, John Mercurio, Joe Christie, Daniel Garbett. All the friends of Rocky come down to see the big match. The first time getting into the ring. Dropping the big elbow now on Marciano. Looks like somewhat of a half crab moderated. This action's fast and furious. It's on Super 8. Oh, he nailed him with that one. Into the midsection. Upstairs, downstairs. And the referee pushing on Raymond. Hold back that temper now. Don't get disqualified. It's your first match now. Knee to the back of the head now. Joe Marciano swirled out on the mat like a piece of cheese. Rocky Raymond dropping that big knee drop down in the back. And Joe Marciano, a little balding of the two over here. Rocky Raymond, a full head of hair. Can you believe it? 1977. Working on them hamstrings now. Young Rocky Raymond, first professional match. Kind of proud of myself at that particular point. And it's Joe Marciano now getting choked. And the crowd here going bananas, big right hand in the belly. Downstairs, Joe Marciano hits him in the back with an elbow. This is the very first match for both of these pro wrestlers. Oh, ready to that turnbuckle. And Marciano going back and forth. Raymond with a big left hand, followed up by a big left to the kisser. And the referee calling all the shots right here. Oh, he hit that nail. He nailed him hard with that. Is that turnbuckle? And he's setting him up now for a big knee drop across that forehead. Putting the pressure on Joe Marciano as the referee steps in now. Side headlock now. Oh, backbreaker. Look at these moves by young Rocky Raymond. Oh, he cut him across the forehead with that one. Back of the midsection, back and forth. Oh, he sets him up for trying to go for a crucifix here. Pinning combination. Joe Marciano front face headlock now on Rocky Raymond. Rolls him over, trying to get him for a cover. Raymond snap made Marciano. This action is fast and furious because it's on Super 8. Film. No digital cameras. No high definition here. Just an old Bell and Howell camera. Marciano shooting Rocky Raymond into that corner buckle now. Falling in by a big knee. Hammering down on Raymond. This has been a tough match now. They're going over 7 minutes, 8 minutes into the match. Schoolboy on Raymond. Just a 2 count. And he's lining him up now. Irish whip into the corner now. Oh, right in the small of the back, and Raymond goes down. Marciano, the hometown boy now. Shooting Raymond now, working on him in the corner. Shoots him into that corner buckle. Watch out. Oh, nobody home. It's the cover. It's all over. Rocky Raymond wins his first pro match. Did you think it was going to be any other way? The persuasion. The early days. And the winner of the fall in the match, yours truly, Rocky Raymond, young Rocky. Before he turned cocky, before he turned bad. We'll be back with another great match. Look on this kid's face. Are you here with us or what?
Let me wake you right up, kid. Let me wake you. Yeah, that's it. Come on, you. You don't talk about me like that, huh? Who do you think you're talking to, huh?
And we're back here with another great match. This is the second match of the early days of Rocky Raymond. And his opponents, can you believe it? Frankie G, Joey G, the Gullah twins. These twins were the original twins from New England. They weren't a couple of fake brothers. Tag team match, Rocky Raymond, Steve Bourbon versus the Gullah twins. That's right here on the early days of Rocky Raymond. And there's the bell for our wrestling action. It's Frankie G and Rocky Raymond. Collar and elbow. Look at these two bohemians. Look at the size of the chest of Frankie G. A double-barreled chest. Rocky Raymond scoops the side headlock now, and he's wrenching down on the side of Frankie G. Shoots him in. Big shoulder tackle now, sends him reeling. And it's another one, a shoulder tackle now. And another one off the ropes now, big Frankie G. Oh, unbelievable! A big hip toss on Rocky Raymond. Big down with that knee. And it's Frankie G. Shoots him off again now. Another great hip toss now. Kick out by Rocky. Big arm drag now on Frankie G. And a second arm drag sending him reeling all over the ring. These were the days before the tanning boots. That's right. Frankie G and Joey G. Kind of white tonight. Oh, look at that shot to the side of the head of Raymond now. As Frankie G will not tolerate any kind of... Shoots him into the corner now. It's Frankie G now. Irish whip. Oh, look at the velocity. Steve Bourbon in the ring now with Frankie G. This action's fast and furious. It's on Super 8. Joey G hip toss Steve Bourbon. Dropping an elbow. Raymond trying to break it up now. They're putting the boats to Raymond. Steve Bourbon, excuse me, this action's so fast and furious. Raymond in the corner working on Joey J. Steve Bourbon gonna bounce him like a basketball. Boop, boop, boop. Big tag now. Rocky Raymond coming into the ring. On Joey G, a big elbow now, but Frankie G's back in the ring. He's gonna get, oh, what happened here? Little Lucy shoots him in now. High elevation, big back body.
Latino, it's me, it's BBB, the only man that can bring the oldest, the best, the foundation of professional wrestling to Boston. Here he is, the living legend, Bruno. Tell him a couple of words in Italian, Bruno.
Buona a tutti voi cari paesani di qui di Boston, sono tanto contento di trovarmi qui in Boston, vi saluto a tutti e vi ringrazio sempre per tutti gli anni fa che mi avete dato tanto il coraggio e il supporto qui a Boston.
And remember to watch Empire Pro Wrestling, the best of the best. The living legend's gonna be there, the interview's coming. Watch it from 10 to 11 on the Great 8 with who? The living legend.
Well, thank you, Rocky. Looking forward to it.
The best there is. Bruno Sammartino, be there.
And we're back here. Legends of professional wrestling. I want my man to shoot up that picture of the beautiful plaque behind us, because right now, as a part of the program, we want to give Antonella for her great cooking and all her work she did for the Wounded Warrior Project. And of course, I want to give her a big kiss. And thank you very much. And we have it right here.
Thank you.
We have the real one right here, Antonella. And we want to give this to you. This is the plaque for the Wounded Warrior Project.
Oh.
We're going to be hanging that up.
Thank
Take a
you.
look at the camera over there, straight ahead.
Thank you so
And
much.
basically, you get a still shot of that in the future with all the food. And we'll get a picture of that for the store. But I want to thank you again for doing all the great things that you did for the Wounded Warriors.
Thank you, Rocky. It was an honor. And I would do even more for them.
That's
Because
'cause
they deserve it.
you are a great person, Antonella. You really are. I got to tell you, regardless of
Thank you so
you
much.
know, what you did and what the work that you put into it that day and all the things that you did that day, I know it wasn't easy. You got your situation. As you can see, we got it up behind us we scanned that earlier.
Yeah.
We got it up on the screen. And we can put up a couple of shots of her pictures of some of her dishes that we could put up too that I scanned earlier to put up. And we're going to talk a little more about the food that she has. She has a great dish. We do deliver, of course, and the number's right up there. You want to take the number down, jot it down now. It's some of the great dishes she has. And in the corner there, those little fried dough balls, what do you call those again?
Spinjuni.
The spinjuni. The spinjuni. I ate about 6 of them last night. And a lady came in to her store and tried one, and then she gave me the rest, so forget the rest, and I got about 2 left on my stove. I ate those up until about 1 o'clock in the morning last night. And then, of course, you see that little other plaque that she's got, which is the best of the best. And then that big round thing next to the plaque is her world-famous rice balls. She does deliver. The calzone is great, so don't hesitate. Get on down, don't frown. And all the other great dishes we have it all. And then we have another great dish with the regatta. And then
Fusilli with regatta and melted mozzarella with marinara sauce.
Yeah, that is one heck of a dish. You know, the spaghetti, or if you want to get spaghetti with the regatta, and of course, she's going to add some new dishes with all the things that are going to be coming up. There's going to be some new things added because you got to keep up with the rest. But I mean, there's no competition here in Revere. There really isn't. You talk about a great lunch. You talk about the antipasto, the Antonella antipasto. You talk about the chicken, broccoli, and ziti we mentioned, as well as the calzone. Any kind of calzone you want to make. If you want to make it a special way, you want to put a certain cold cut in there, she'll do it. If you want to make it that way, she'll make it that way for you. She will personalize any dish. But remember also, it's very, very important these days, if you do have any, you know, allergic to any type of food, especially the fish, if you're allergic to a certain thing, please inform you know, the person that's taking your order when we turn it into the restaurant, and it's going to be in the restaurant soon. We got a little motivation, a little restoration of what I'm saying going on with little things going to be changed.
Yes.
We're putting the bar in. We're changing it around a little bit. We're going to be putting a little. There's a nice shot. That's the way it looks right now. You can see that's the way it is. It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. As you come into that door, the first thing you're going to smell is the aroma from the gravy, and that's going to be the best. And then there's so many different things that she has there. If you can't find something great to eat there, forget about it. And it's better than any place. The prices are the best. And we're going to have the beer and the wine is going to be there. You're going to have a little, you know, cordial dinner with your girlfriend. You want to get her in a good mood, if you know what I mean. And I'm not talking about, you know, a little get home and do the laundry. You know, you want to get her right. You want to keep her tight. I want to catch you at Antonella's each and every night. And don't forget to go there for lunch, because I got a hunch. And I know you're going to love it a bunch, because I love it a bunch. I go there at least 3 times a week. I've gone there since last June. I've gained about 18 pounds. I was down to a 36 waist. Who said that? I heard you in the background. I haven't been at 36 weight since the 9th grade. My mother used to buy me Huskies. But anyways, listen, come by Antonella's. She's a very, very nice lady. She'll talk to you. She'll tell you how it goes. She'll be direct. And all the food is great. All the different recipes. And I know that Antonella wants to say a couple of words to our former mayor.
Oh, yeah, Mayor Rizzo, he's such a wonderful man. And he's always been very nice to me. And I just want to thank him also for choosing me to do one of his fundraisers. And I wish him all the best.
Well,
really do.
I believe he's going to be going to the State House. I read that he's going to be trying to get a seat with the Senate, I believe. I may be wrong, along with... is it Morbido? I guess I saw the paper. He was going to go up for it. And we have some great, great people that are in the council. Mrs. McKenna, she was a great lady. She was on the show. I wanted to mention her. And there's a picture of the whole crew that was down there, and giving Sal Santoro 101 years old. Is going to be 102 coming up February 4th, day of my surgery. And this will be my last show for a while. We're going to go incognito because I'm going to be the one-armed bandit. And you can see Mrs. McKenna holding the bell because she rang the bell 10 times for the Wounded Warriors. As you can see, Mr. Morbido on the back. He was doing some wrestling promos. And, of course, Mr. Correggio, as you know, Antonella. He's a very great guy. And, of course, Mike Ferranti. He's a very great guy. And then the guy in the end holding the microphone is, that's me. Oh, yeah, that's right. That's me. And we had a great time for the Wounded Warriors. We had a great time. No one could say that we had the size of that cake. We want to thank Maine Bakery, too. They made us a great cake. And as you can see, all the great food. Antonella spares no. We had chicken parm. We had sausage, pepper, and onion. And, of course, we had that dessert, the frigili, right?
The spunci, yes, spongiuni.
Spongiuni. You got me mixed up with all these Italian expressions. But anyways, we had a great, great time. You can see the referee behind the Wounded Warrior, my great pal Phil Lasino, and Mrs. McKenna. And on the end, we had, I believe that would be, who is that? Oh, yeah, that's Zambuto, Mr. Zambuto. Very nice man. And they all came down to wish Sal Santoro 101. He's going to be 102 years old coming up on February 4th. If you people out there, there's a nice shot of Sal
Yes.
with the mayor, Mr. Rizzo. Very good.
Very nice.
And he was very. Look at Sal. I'm kind of jealous of Sal. He's got a full head of hair. He's 102 years old. And what I spend on razor blades, he don't spend once a year on a haircut.
Is he going to be 102?
102, February 4th. That's right. You're going to have a big party for him down at the senior hall. So if all you seniors want to get down there and wish Sal a great 102 years old. The guy got more moves than a bowl of Jello. And all you girls out there, you're going to have to buy the tickets like the old days. If you want to go for a dance with them, you're going to be buying a ticket off them. And I'm sure they're going to have cake and ice cream and all those great things because Sal, this guy has all his composure. Let me tell you, he's got better handwriting than me. He's got better handwriting. He knows what's going on, believe me. We had to make a slight adjustment to his plaque. We had the year wrong for 1945, and he was persistent. He called me up on the phone. He says, Rocky, I was there on duty till 1946. Yes, World War II did get over in 1945, but I was still doing work for our great country, the United States of America, and God bless him for being there and everyone else that from that day all the way up to this day. Hopefully things are going to change. It hasn't been too bad with the terrorism. I know I shouldn't talk about it, but it's a rough world today, Antonella.
It certainly
It
is.
But we're gonna get back to Antonella's restaurant right now because we got about 18 minutes left here. We want to talk a little bit more about how she got started and some of the great chefs. I know we have. You know, she don't really put a number on anybody's head, but we know there's a lot of work that goes into restaurant work. When you start buying fish, you got to buy the fish. You got to keep it fresh, as well as anything else, the chicken, the steak, all the great vegetables. Everything got to be done just right, and you got to have it, you know, at a certain degree in the refrigerator. You don't want the stuff to go bad. And what people don't understand, the amount of money that goes into running a restaurant. I want you to tell us a little bit about what it entails as far as, you know, going to the places that you buy all your stock at and, you know, all that stuff. And not only that, it takes time. You got to get in the car. You got to go. And I got to tell you, you know, right now, you know, you're bouncing things around. You know, you're building a bar. You know, you're renovating the room a little bit. You're getting tablecloths. You're getting new dishware. You know, all that stuff costs dineros. And I want you to, you know, all these people to realize that money does, like my mother used to say, what do you think, money grows on trees? It doesn't. So, Antonella, I want you to enlighten us a little bit about, you know, some of the things on how you start your day when you get up, how the restaurant gets set up, how everything gets set up, and as far as, you know, you got to make the dough for the pizza and all that stuff. You got to make the dough for the everything. You got to cook the pasta. You got to have all these things going on. So basically, give us a little enlightenment about how you start your day when you get to the restaurant with Mr. and Mrs. Rabino. Gino, I gotta tip my hat to you. A tip because you're a great guy. I gotta tell you this before Antonella starts talking. I know you put in a heck of a lot of work, a heck of a lot of time, and a heck of a lot of dedication. You gotta have dedication.
You really do. You really do. How the day starts is you take inventory and whatever you need. So, you know, but we still keep it, we still keep our dishes the same price. But, you know, it comes to a point then you have no choice but to go up a little bit. But still, we're always under anybody else. And we always give more than enough. So I hope people, you know, appreciate that. And I know they do. Because, you know, I have people that call me the same night and they just compliment me on whatever they had. And that just means a lot to me. And you know something? It makes it all worthwhile. And I thank my customers. And without them, we wouldn't be open today. February 1st, we'll make it 2 years. Thank you, God.
Now, do you have any idea, basically, when the grand opening, around about day? I mean, just we can't pinpoint a day right now because we you know, with the stuff that you got to do with the renovations and all that stuff. Do you have a pinpoint of a day of, you know, and then you can look us
Yeah.
up on YouTube too. You can flash that up there, and let's flash up that cover of the you know, the picture of the rice ball with the name and number of, so you can contact if you want to order the food online. That's another thing we got to mention.
Catering.
You can get the catering done on that phone number right there, 781-629-3320. Correct?
Yeah, on my cell number, because I deal with
Give it out. Shoot it out there.
If anyone is interested in catering, you could call my personal cell number. It's 617-823-9478.
And also, if you want to call your orders in, correct? They got that other, you know, online.
Yes, through oh my God, what's that name?
Begins with an R, I believe, right?
Oh my God.
Call it online. It's well, whatever. You can call the store, and if you want to call the order in, you can call the order in on.
My mind is blank.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes it happens, but you can call up and call online.
Yeah,
and,
you can order online too.
and basically, you can call the number right there, and for the first time, they do deliver. They're very prompt with their deliveries. They're very prompt with their foods, and all the things. I understand basically you're going to have some other new dishes that you're going to add. There's always a new dish on the menu. And like I said, they do deliver, and you can check it out anytime. And the hours of the store, I believe, is the opening hours.
Well, right now it's Wednesday through Saturday, 11 to 8. And regarding the delivery, it does happen that, you know, we usually say 45. But if we could do it under 45 minutes, we do. But sometimes it goes over. So it all depends on the night. You know, it happens. And I apologize if it does.
You're only human.
You know.
You know, we're gonna get you're gonna get backed up some days. Some days it's gonna be you know, you're gonna get so many orders. They can only have two hands, these cooks. And, you know, they have a lot of things that they're going to be making. I mean, you got to understand the menu is phenomenal. You have an array of, you know, 1 minute they're cooking chicken, broccoli, and ziti. The next minute they're cooking chicken parm. Then they're going on, they're cooking something else. And then someone orders a pizza. Then, of course, you got those world famous rice balls. If you, I got to tell you, they're not, you know, they're going to be a different shape. You know, a lot of changes are going to happen. And things, but it's all the same A1 ingredients. You have all the dishes on that menu. Yes, the prices may go up a little bit because of the times. You know, sugar's gone up, flour's gone up.
The wages have gone up twice,
Everything
2 years in a row.
And well, that's just that's not considered anything to do. That's business.
Well,
But
that's
we're
why
talking
we have
food.
to go
well,
up.
You have to. Not only that, the food ingredients they go up. You go to the supermarket, bread prices go up, tuna fish prices go up. You go and you buy fresh fish at the supermarket. Scallops are like $17.99 a pound.
They are.
At least. And then, you know, they want, you know, all the other great dishes. I mean, you have so many dishes, Antonella. It's amazing for for what you have there at this point. At this point, you have your subs and your pizzas and all the stuff we've mentioned over and over again. But that world famous Antonella antipasto, you gotta taste it. It's unbelievable. It's made a special way with the eggplant on the bottom, I believe. And I haven't really tasted that yet, but I'm gonna be tasting that soon enough, because I only have a couple of days when I have 2 hands to eat with. I might be eating with my feet, but if I'm eating with my feet, I'll have to be in the privacy of my own home. I might have to have Peanut and Bella feed me. You know, I feed them every day, so maybe the dogs will have to feed me. You know, my mascots. You've seen Peanut and Bella.
Yes,
I might have to have my little baby boy, my little girl. And like I said again, if you haven't been to Antonella's on Revere, Broadway Revere, you're missing a lot. Let me tell you, you're missing hospitality, bar none. The conversation, she cares about what she talks to you about. She means what she says what she means. She cooks what you tell her. And you remember, try to tell her how your food, you know, if you have any allergic to any type of thing, be sure, because you go to all these restaurants now, that's the first thing they say to you. They say, is there anything, they have a sign there, because, you're going to be serving fish. If you're allergic to certain kind of fish, it's very dangerous. I know a friend of mine I went out to eat with, and he ate some fish, and he loves the fish, but his face blew up like a balloon. So we don't want any balloons there. We're going to have a lot of balloons at the tables on the grand opening. Watch the papers. Watch for the grand opening. We're going to have, hopefully, the mayor come down and cut the ribbon. We're going to have some beautiful things going on in Antonella's, and we're going to have a lot of great food, a lot of, as they say, apodanza, right?
Right.
And is there anything you have to say in the closing? Go ahead and spit it out.
Yes, and a lot of people are today now gluten-free, and we accommodate everybody. And if you don't see anything on the menu, and you desire it or you want to order it, we'll do it for you, no problem, because we do have all the ingredients. So really, we are really there to please the customers. And also, we have no problem having the customers sampling, something that they've never had. So we don't have a problem with that. Right. We just love to see people enjoying their food, what they ordered, and go home happy.
In full.
In full.
Oh, yeah, in full. You're going to be totally full because, like I said, he always fills up. The portions are great. As you can see here at our beautiful lineup, again, we're going to give you another lineup. Go ahead, Antonella, just go from there and just tell them one more time the beautiful dishes that you brought here to show the people at home what you're missing. So come on down. We have the chicken and
we have the haddock, the scrod actually, with the special red sauce and fusilli. We have, it's called the highway, and that is made with sauteed broccoli, shrimp, scallops, and little necks with the special sauce there, white sauce. And then we have fusilli castello, and that's made with lobster meat, real crab meat, shrimp, and scallops with fusilli. And then the chicken al limon with capers, and it's a white sauce, a creamy sauce, but it does not have cream. And you could have it with fusilli or penne, and it does have capers, but you also could have it without.
Right.
So we aim to please. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, that's right. Like I said, if you want the best, forget the rest. Often imitate it, but never duplicate it. Not in this lifetime. You're not going to get these recipes. I don't care where you go. You go to Hanover Street. You go to El Panino Express. They do it express. They do it so fast. If you want to taste a great escarole soup, the best, you can get the wedding soup. You can get the clam chowder. This is all fresh fish. This is not frozen fish in a bag. Nothing is frozen at Antonella's. It's all fresh. There's nothing frozen. And Antonella, she doesn't tell you right now, but she is a #1 wrestling fan. She loves Bruno Sammartino, right?
Well, because of my grandfather, I remember him. He would go.
The Boston Garden.
Yes, and it was at the West End because he did live there. But he would take the train because he lived in Revere after, and he would go. And when he would watch, because he passed away when he was 92, and when he would watch it at home, he would get into it so much that he would just stand up and not realizing that he was doing the motions, punching.
Yeah.
And that's how much he was into it.
Well, Bruno Sammartino, the living legend.
And I grew up with it.
He's a living legend. A lot of people respect him. I did. He was like my, my mentor as far as, keeping me out of trouble. I'd go to the Boston Garden. And as you people watch today with the Bruno Sammartino cam, you see him sign it on here. This is 8mm. Everything is DVD and CCC and high def and all that stuff. But that stuff that you were watching earlier came right from this camera, and this is known as the Bruno Sammartino cam. So all you petulant geeks, you watch it on YouTube. You watch Antonella on YouTube. You watch all the great things that we have on YouTube and all the great things that we have. And like I said, I want to thank you again, Antonella.
Thank you,
And
Rocky, and it was. I thank you
always the best to have you around.
for having me here.
You know, you're like my mother now. My mother's not alive, but as long as you're alive, I can feel it right through you. My mother's name was Antoinette, and yours is Antonella. So that's close enough. That's close enough.
Is.
It's close enough. And all you people out there in TV land, I want to thank all the people at Revere TV for having us on, being able to come to this great community TV set, Revere TV. If you want the best, forget the rest. You watch us each and every week from Wednesday night from 8 to 9, 9 to 10. Do it all over again on Saturdays from 1 to 2, and I'll be there waiting for you because I tell you, we have some great shows, and all the things that we have, we're going to have another new show, and when Antonella's opened up, we're going to do a live show right from Antonella's restaurant. We're going to bring the cameras live on location, and we're going to be putting some food down. And at this particular time, I want the crowd, and we're all thanking Antonella, and we're thanking Antonella. We got a wide shot of Antonella and me, and basically, we're going to see you next time on Legends, Antonella. Get ready.
Ciao for now.
Point them out right there. Point it right out. Legends of Pro Wrestling.